Skin the cat, German hang pull-out, progressions. Skin the cats on the gymnastics rings are a straight arm pulling exercise that require a high level of straight arm scapular strength. Building this strength is challenging and there are a number of progressions along the way. In this video, I'm going to share some of the progressions I like to use for building the straight arm scapular strength required to move from the German hang to the inverted position. Now, I recommend spending some time on the German hang progressions before you start working on any of these progressions. So before we get started, we need to talk about the hand position in the German hang. The end goal is to hold a German hang with a pronated grip, palms facing down to the floor. However, this places a significant load into the elbow joint and can often cause pain or even injury if the elbow connective tissue is not strong. It's best to start with a supinated grip, palms facing up towards the sky, which will protect the elbows. To strengthen the elbows, you will need to train the biceps, triceps and forearm muscles. Okay, level 1 is the eccentric tuck assisted jump. The rings must be set to a height that allows you to move into the tuck German hang and place the feet flat on the floor. Start by kicking to inverted and moving into a tuck shape. Bring your knees to the chest and the heels of the feet as close to your butt as you can. While inverted, protract the shoulders by rounding the upper back and contracting the chest muscles. You also want to pull down on the rings to actively contract the lats. From here, slowly start to roll the hips down towards the floor and into the tuck German hang. Fight to resist gravity and control the eccentric movement for the specified time. Do not allow the elbows to bend. Once you reach the German hang, place the feet on the floor and use a small jump to assist the concentric phase and return to the inverted position. Perform the specified number of eccentric tuck repetitions at the required tempo. Level 2 is the eccentric pike and assisted jump. Everything stays exactly the same as level 1, except the shape of the body. Kick up to the inverted tuck position and then straighten the legs and move into a pike shape. From here, we protract the shoulders and contract the lats before we slowly lower down to the German hang pike position. Again, we place the feet flat on the floor and we use a small jump to assist the concentric phase. Perform the specified number of eccentric pike repetitions at the required tempo. Straight arm pulling strength takes a lot of time to build, so plan to spend a lot of time training the eccentrics. Being able to perform a 30-second pike eccentric into a nice deep German hang is a good target to aim for, nice and slow. In level 1 and 2, we are performing the eccentric phase of the movement and using the jump to assist the concentric phase. The tuck shape is slightly easier because the lever length is shorter than the pike shape. You might be thinking the next level would be to perform the eccentric and concentric in the tuck shape, but this is actually harder than the pike shape. Let me explain. When we perform skin the cats in the pike position, the longer lever length helps us to create more momentum. The position of the torso and the thighs is pretty much the same in the tuck and the pike. The only difference is the position of the lower leg. The weight of the lower leg isn't really a huge factor here, but the length of the lever in the pike helps to create a larger diameter which speeds up the movement. Clients will often perform the concentric pike variation before they can perform the concentric tuck variation. Hence, level 3 is going to be the pike pullout. The movement is exactly the same as level 2, except the feet never touch the floor. After performing the eccentric pike into the deep German hang position, we perform the concentric phase. You must close the angle between the torso and the thighs as much as you can. Core compression exercises and posterior chain mobility are going to impact your pike shape. It will be helpful if you trained them as accessory exercises. After closing the torso to thigh angle, Pull down on the rings as hard as you can to pull the body back to the inverted position. There is not much more I can say. There is no magic trick or special cue. You will need to continue using the eccentrics to build the straight arm pulling strength that is required to perform the concentric phase. Level 4 is the tuck pull out. This is exactly the same as the pike pull out, but in a tuck shape. Again, the feet never touch the floor. Besides the core compression and posterior chain work, you can also perform straight arm pull downs as an accessory exercise to increase straight arm pulling strength. I hope this video has given you some ideas to experiment with. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to the channel as this encourages me to keep sharing great content.